Hanging out the Snipers here today at our Snipers position preview. Coach Moss joining us here. Coach, appreciate your time, and how's camping?
It's been great. Thanks for having me on, guys. I'm excited. Guys have been working their butts off, so I'm excited to put a good product on the field.
We talked about it on the podcast a couple weeks ago about the Snipers position as a whole. How are you really seeing all that start to come together with this group?
Good. Guys have been bought in. You know, we're kind of in the process of, not only learning our spot, but learning the whole secondary to be able to move guys around in different places and, get our best 11 on the field. So it's been good.
When you look at the Snipers position as a whole, when it fits into the defense for this specific team, I feel like the big talking point with the Snipers group is always the athleticism and the speed.
Yep.
How do you see all that come together when you're looking at it from a practice standpoint?
Good. Our guys, we got some really athletic guys in our room, and I'm really excited. They're all athletic. They're all really physical. We've done a really good job of this fall camp of improving on blocked feeds and things like that. So I'm excited.
How are you seeing it all come together within Coach Knoll's defense as a whole?
Good. As I said, we were trying to get more versatile in the back end to be able to get our best 11. And I think, two of our best, defenders and a couple of our best defenders are in our room. So trying to get them on the field at the same time, it's been good. I'm kind of moving them around and stuff like that. So
we love it. We love it. All right, Coach, when you look at some of the drills that you guys do to make sure that you're all up to speed in the Snipers position, what are you doing?
So we'll start off with some type of footwork drill every day. We'll do some variation of block destruction every day. And we'll do some sort of, technique work or something of that nature that, schematic and all that stuff. So we're going to do some variation of footwork every day, though.
Perfect. Let's see one of them. Let's see one of the ones that you guys like to do.
All right. So starting off, the first one we're going to work on, okay, it's called downhill breaks. So you're going to start on the outside part, okay, of this agile. All right. Your eyes are going to be up, to see what you hit. So you want to try to have a V in your knees. All right. And then on the shuffle, okay, you're going to shuffle the cross. Okay, having hot, independent feet, and then you're gonna burst to the next agile bag. All right, so we're gonna start here. Okay, hot, independent feet, and then on the transition now, you're gonna get into a crossover run downhill, where you're still keeping your shoulders square to the line of scrimmage, and then you're gonna get to the other outside part of the bag. Same thing, shuffle. Okay, burst, get downhill, and then I usually always like to finish with a ball carrier, just to simulate. A game-like scenario where you got to finish on the ball carrier with near foot and near shoulder leverage.
Okay.
So kind of demoing it a little bit. It'll look like this. Actually, I'll let one of the guys do it. Let's go. Who wants it?
Me wants it.
All right, let's go. All right, set, hit. Here. Good, just like that.
Man, that's quick. That's quick. All right, let's see what Ashton's got.
Set, hit. Here, squeeze, good.
Okay.
Let's see it.
These guys are fast.
Let's see it. Now, your goal, okay, is to try to be straight down this line and not hit the agile.
Okay, so straight on the line, and then you get to here, you burst that way.
You're bursting that way, get into the outside part of that bag, and then you're bursting to me.
Where does this first, you start about right here?
Yep, right on the outside tip of it.
Right on the outside there, okay.
Yep.
So how many, is it 2 or 3 shuffles?
About 2 or 3 shuffles across the bag, and then you're bursting downhill.
Okay.
So say, go.
Cross over here.
Cross over there,
here,
shuffle.
Shuffle, cross.
Cross over,
yep. Cross over on this one?
Yep.
Okay.
Just like that. So, now, you don't want to click your heels. So you want to have your feet independent where they're here.
Oh, so you want them further away.
So simulate like you have like a 2x4 in between your feet.
Okay. Okay, that's a good way to
sense?
Yeah, 2x4 in your, okay. So you go here, you want your knees in.
Knees in.
And then you're going.
And you don't want to click your heels. Set, go.
So crossover burst, come
boom,
here.
crossover burst, you're going to finish on me.
Okay.
There, right there.
That's tough because you got to, I have to think about it. Yeah, it's quick, and you have to try to keep your feet, like your knees in, and then also your feet
transition
wide.
out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a good drill. We do this a lot. We'll do some variations of agile bags every day, but we're going to work a lot of footwork, and then we'll do a lot of block destruction. A lot. Isn't that right, guys?
Awesome. Good stuff. Ashton, when you look at this Snipers group, what excites you most about it?
How good we can play the run and the pass, and just how versatile we are in our room.
How much fun has it been to get to know this group of guys?
It's been very good. Mahim came in the summer. Me and Russ have been here in the spring, and then Gabe just came. And we also have Zay, so we've all been building chemistry up these past 8 months and just working very hard every day.
How much fun is it to get new players come in the summertime to help them get integrated with everything before we get rolling?
It's very good, just having different players learn different schemes and things like that. And we're able to put 2 snipers on the field at once because we're so versatile and we can play multiple positions and things like that.
I was just about to ask you what the sniper position means to you in your head, but it sounds like you've got a pretty good idea. Versatile is the right word.
Yes, sir. So when we're in the box, we're more so run linebackers, and when we're out the box, we're more so like involved in the pass game. So we're very versatile, as I would say.
How have you gotten better within this position?
Once again, just showing my versatility on how I can be in the run and in the pass. And with me playing safety, I feel like this is also helping with like my hitting and pass responsibility, things like that.
I mean, since you got to Ball State, what stood out to you the most about the snipers group?
I would say the versatility, you know, everything just from being here, I can see like we have to be the adjusters of the defense. Like we have to know the ins and outs of everything that's going on and just like knowing what to do, what not to do, basically giving calls to our corners and also our safeties, even the linebackers as well.
When you look at from the start of camp to today, the last couple of weeks, how would you say the defense as a whole has grown?
I'd say we progressed very well. You know, we've had some off days and some good days, but we just got to be more consistent throughout each day. We just have to find out what's going on, figure it out, and just keep moving on from there.
For you personally, what are some small things that you've been working on to make sure you're ready to go?
Small things for me, well, one of the biggest things for me, I would say, is my technique. I feel like that's been subpar for me, but that's something that I need to keep doing so I can feel like I be more consistent with that.
When you look at Coach Moss, how has he been able to help this group?
He's been helping us out very well. I mean, it's kind of I ain't want to say this, but it's funny because my age, he's technically almost the same age as me, which is crazy to sit here and think about. It's like he kind of became like a big brother to me within this whole process, like, you know, just showing me the ropes and all this stuff that's been going on out here.
Today we're talking safeties here at Ball State football. Coach Mannering joining us as the safeties coach. Coach, appreciate your time.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
How do you see this group starting to come together here through 2 weeks camp?
Yeah, it's been a good 2 weeks. I think they put in a lot of work in the summertime to really put themselves in position to have a great camp. But we've got guys playing different positions. Just it's consistency. It's seeing them do it every single day. We got a lot of work to do still, but I'm excited where we're at 2 weeks in.
What's the evaluation process like for you within this 2-week bubble that you've had so far in training camp?
Yeah, first they just got to know it. You know, it's knowing the calls so well that we can get the focus beyond us and start to anticipate. You know, see where our big plays coming from. Start to look for tendencies in the offense. So I think it starts there. But back to consistency and just playing hard. We want guys that are flying around to the football, and even when something goes bad, we're going to do it 100 miles an hour.
I know sometimes you're always focused on your specific group, but how are you seeing your group fit into the entire defense right now?
Yeah, I'm excited. I think we've got a little bit of a chip on our shoulder in the defensive back group because we have a lot of guys that haven't played. And I think that's exciting. I think that's the big question mark, and I think the guys are excited about where we fit into the defense and how we're going to help us win.
Between now and August 30th, I know it's a short window, it keeps closing faster and faster. What do you want to see from the safeties group?
Just continue consistency. I think that's the biggest thing. And I think it's getting back to, knowing us so well that we can move our focus on to, making a big play. Not just, worried about the call that we line up in, but getting ready for the next call and being ready to get that call out because, everybody's waiting on us. And if we're slow to make a call, it's slow for the rest of the defense. So just continued improvement in those areas.
You talk about continued improvement. One way to do that is through all the drills during training camp.
Sure.
What's one that you want to show us today?
Yeah, so we're going to work different tempos. We talk a lot in our coverage about leverage and tempo.
Okay.
So this drill is focused specifically on tempo. Regardless of the tempo in our back pedal, we want the brake to look the same. We want a clean brake. We want to explode out of our brake. So this drill is going to work tempo and eyes. Those are really two things that are really important in the safety room. So the drill is going to start where I've got a receiver in front of me, okay? And we're gonna work a pause brake, a read brake, and a speed brake, okay? So the idea is I've already got cushion between me and my man. I don't wanna create more cushion than I have to. So if I'm in my stance and I get an immediate bubble, I don't want any wasted steps. He's gonna sink his hips. I'm gonna trigger downhill at an angle. No wasted step, no false step, okay? Then second, I'm gonna get into my read pedal, just nice and easy. I want to feel the read pedal. When he sinks his hips, I should have an identical brake where I explode out, okay? The third one, I'm slow. I speed it up as he pushes vertical, He breaks, I want to break. All three should look the exact same. We're going to kick our foot in the ground, and just to work a high point, go up and get the football to finish the drill.
Okay. Okay. Man, there's so much footwork. Like every position group we talk to, there's so much footwork involved to making sure that every step is with a purpose.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think those are the little details that we've got to continue to improve on.
So we say pause here.
Pause break.
Okay.
So you're on DJ. When DJ sinks his hips,
All right.
simulating a bubble route, no wasted step. DJ sinks.
So then I
We
gotta
trigger.
go. I gotta go that way.
We
right?
trigger at a 45-degree
this
angle,
way?
downhill.
Okay.
Yep. Then we reset. Then we get into our reed pedal.
Okay. Then we go.
Yep. We're nice and easy. We're nice and
slow.
easy. When
Okay.
he sinks his hips, I stick my right foot in the ground,
Okay.
and I drive out of my break at a
Go
45.
this way. Okay.
The last one, we're going to be nice and easy. Reed pedal to speed pedal.
Okay.
Okay, again, my eyes are in a good place. We got a visual cue. When he sinks, I stick my foot in the ground and I sink and I trigger out of my break.
Then you go back this way. Okay.
And then we just finish with a double move, speed turn, high point the football.
When you say
so
speed
you just
turn, you
stick
gotta go
your
this
foot
way.
in the ground
Stick this. Okay.
and get vertical.
Then go this way. High point the ball.
High point the ball.
Okay,
Yep, finish
awesome.
with the ball drill.
Awesome. And this is all based off of trying to get good reaction time, I'm sure, to be able to turn around and see where the ball's at.
Exactly. Yep. It's having a good break regardless of our speed. And then to finish the drill out, it's, hey, you know, it's a double move. We guessed wrong. We've got to redirect. We got to get in phase with the receiver and go make a play.
Okay. Awesome. Let's see if I can do it at a
Let's
faster
do it.
pace. So 1, 2, 3. I'm trying to remember how many
It's
different ones there
pause,
are.
read, speed. Pause,
Pause,
read, speed.
Okay. Pause.
So it's all on DJ.
This is how much each position group has to remember every single practice. Y'all are incredible. Okay.
Pad level down, chin out over my toes. I'm ready to react forward here.
Chin out over toes. Okay. How far over? Okay. So now I got to go this
We
way.
trigger. Yep, we trigger down here.
Okay.
Now we get into a
Then I
reed
go
pedal. Nice and
this
easy,
way?
nice and
Okay.
easy. Feel the pedal. When he sinks, I trigger.
Got to go this way.
A little bit of a rounded break. That's okay.
I go this
Reed
way.
to speed. Now we're going.
Now you're
Speed.
going okay.
He sinks his hips. You're down.
Got to go this way. Okay.
Yep. I don't have a foot. We turn and run.
Oh, redirect. That's right. Okay. Redirect. Okay. That's tough. That's tough. That's good stuff. That's good stuff. DJ, when we're running through all these types of drills, how is that making you better every day?
It's really, I would say, it's the little details that make a player better. So basically, it's keying in on your details. You don't have to go all out fast. We call it NFL tempo because that's the end goal for most of the guys here. So it's really the little things, keying in on the details, making sure each step is right. Each step has to be perfect when you break in order to get the perfect break. So yes, the little things.
And it sounds like everything is with a purpose. If you have one misstep, it throws the whole system off. Because I felt that when I was making the turn there, like I gotta make sure you go the right way.
Yeah.
How do you think that helps you in the middle of a practice or in the middle of a game doing these drills?
I feel like everything we do in practice, it shows up in the game. So like every drill we do, there's clips that we can show. I can show you after this, if you want to see. There's clips of us doing them in 7-on-7 in team, you know what I'm saying? So everything shows up. It helps because you already know it's your body. It's a natural reaction at that point. So we just react and we're not really thinking anymore.
DJ, how are you seeing your room continue to grow throughout these 2 weeks of camp?
Man, throughout the 2 weeks, the room has grown expeditiously, for real. I would say the biggest growth aspect as a whole group is the calls. Like we have a group of dudes. We got Jay Harm, of course, Cole Earlywine, Avery Stewart, Cam Chamble, Toby Adewayan, Mike Gravely, and DeAndre Shepard. Like those are all guys that I trust to get it done. So that's the thing. In our room, we have a group of guys that we can all get it done. Watching them grow since the spring to now has just been crazy.
For you personally, what do you want to see from yourself between now and the start of August 30th for game 1?
I would say I've been working on my intent. So basically just finishing every play as hard as I can. Even if the play is nowhere near me, I still got to finish as hard as I can, get to the ball. Really intent, that'll make me make more plays because if you're around the ball, you're going to make more plays.
Jay Harm joining us at the safeties room. How have you seen this group grow?
We've grown tremendously. Like from the spring to now, we're we're making the calls better. We're just growing as a group. We're getting better. We're getting more urgent, and we're running to the ball. And we just collectively, we're getting better as a group.
With Coach Null's second year as the DC, how are you seeing all that come together from the defensive standpoint?
We're just trusting him. He's the DC. He makes all the calls and everything. So we know we got to trust him with his knowledge, and everybody's grasping to him because he's on us every day about getting to the ball, and just having fun and playing together so we can have fun.
When you mentioned it, you didn't get to play last year, but you were around and being able to absorb everything. How have you attacked this year?
I attacked it a lot mentally. Like I set out last year, I got a whole lot smarter so I can come out this year and be ready to ball and play faster. Because the smarter you are on the field, you can play faster, you can react and anticipate plays, like Coach Mandarin said.